Hey all, it's Linda. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am doing an update on a previous video that I recorded in July where I counted every single piece of makeup that I owned to just kind of like level set myself and really realize how big my freaking collection was. And honestly, like that was the start of my declutter series because it was such an eye-opening experience where I was like, holy crap, I have so much more makeup. I have so much more crap than I really need. And over my declutter series, I was able to get rid of a lot, okay? But to be fair, my declutter series did end like many months ago. So I have gotten new things in my collection since then. The question is, did it balance out the stuff that I got rid of in 2022? So I have an incredibly fresh count of every bit of makeup in my collection, and I also included two new categories. The first one, I just forgot to add it in the video last time, you guys, and you dragged me through the freaking mud for it. I forgot to tell you how many blushes I had, okay? So in this video, I'm gonna tell you how many blushes I originally started off with and how many I have now, okay? We're gonna go over all this. It's gonna be included, don't worry. Blush is not being kicked to the wayside any longer. But because I also did a massive brush declutter last year, I wanna tell you how many brushes are in my collection. So I wanna tell you how many brushes I started out with, had I included it in my July numbers, and where I am now. And we're gonna get into all of that. I'm a little bit nervous because I did already count all of this, and I was a little surprised in some categories with where I wound up. And I need y'all not to judge me too hard, but this video probably means there will be more declutters coming in the future. But if this is your first time to my channel, hi, my name is Linda. I'm a cruelty-free beauty YouTuber, and I always want to help you decide whether or not makeup, skincare, hair care products are worth your money, whether they're drugstore price or luxury high-end. I just want you spending your money wisely. But 2022 was my first low buy year, and I am taking that low buy into 2023, where I'm just trying to be more conscious about what I buy and what I bring into my collection, and also to use the good stuff, because there's so much makeup and stuff that we look at and we're like, oh, that's my favorite foundation. I don't want it to run out, so I'm just not gonna use it. And then it goes bad. So as you're watching this, if you're into it, I would love if you hit the subscribe button to become a part of the Rockstar fam. We're gonna get into these numbers. So as I did last time, I'm going to put up here the numbers so you can see where we're at. Oh God, this is so eye-opening. Before we even get into anything, I want you all to think about doing this yourselves, because again, it is really eye-opening. And maybe you're one of those people who has one makeup bag that has your lipstick, your mascara, your eye palette, and everything in one makeup bag, and that's all you have, and that is awesome that you are such a minimalist. I am not a minimalist when it comes to makeup. I will say that I am a true maximalist, but if you are somebody who also enjoys makeup and you enjoy collecting, or you enjoy just having a bunch of different stuff, I encourage you to do this in your collection just to see, but we're gonna get into this. Okay, so for foundation, I started off with 14 foundations in July. And as of today, I have 10 foundations. So I was able to get rid of 4, and I'm happy about that. I still am not too happy, I have to admit, with the number 10. Like, I feel like foundation is something that I want to get down to 5 or less, to be honest, because foundation does not last forever. And I know that there are some, I'm looking at it right there. I know there's some I could get rid of today. So that number is definitely going to be lower, but I did get rid of 4. So that's something, but it's not enough for me. As for both concealer and powder, I had 2 concealers, I had 2 powders, I still have 2 concealers and 2 powders. And I'm absolutely fine with that number because I feel like those are ones that I don't go through very quickly. I'm not somebody who tests out a ton of different concealers, and honestly, I don't like powder. I use very little of it just under my eyes when I'm, you know, just take away a little bit of shine or to set my makeup, but I'm not somebody who powders my whole face, so I don't go through it very quickly, so I'm fine with those. Now, as for primer, I separated it into 2 categories. I have just a true face primer, but then I also have kind of glow bases / primers. Now, the glow bases are things like the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. I don't necessarily consider that to be a true primer, so as far as primers, I have 2, and I started out with 10, so I have 8 less. I got rid of so many primers, and that makes me happy too, because genuine, just regular face primers, I don't use that often. I really don't. I like having them in my collection, especially for nights where I know I'm going to be out and I need my makeup to last a long time. Look at me talking like I go out at night. Isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? Me pretending that I'm not in bed by, like, in bed by 9 p.m. every night. But still, when I need my makeup to really, really last, those are the ones I go for. And I got rid of many. I'm proud of that. As for glow bases and primers, though, I have to admit I only got rid of one. I started out with 5 and now I have 4. I'm not too upset by that, though, because glow bases are something I use almost every day or every time I do my makeup. I always put a glowy base under my makeup because I really love to look like a greased up turkey fresh out of the oven. Okay, I like to glow. I like to have that dewy, luminous vibe. So I'm not too mad about that one. Now, as far as setting sprays, I got rid of 2, which again isn't a whole lot. I started out with 7 and now I have 5. And I'm just kind of like, I don't know, I'm on the fence about that one because again, as I look, do I need 5 setting sprays? I don't think I do. I think I need like 1, but I do like all the ones that I have there. I'm looking at them again right now and I feel like I want to really try to go through some of those and then I'll go ahead and repurchase ones that, repurchase the ones that I really love. Now, I'm trying to be good. Again, something with my low buy is that I also don't want to use crap and don't you want to use makeup just because it's there. So if I don't like any of them, get rid of them. But the ones I'm looking at, I like them. All right, here's where we get into the thick of the makeup, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start with highlighter. Now, as far as highlighters, we started with 26 highlighters. I now have 22. I'm a little disappointed in myself that I only got rid of 4 because why do I need 22 highlighters? To be fair, it is one of my most favorite categories of makeup. I love highlighter, I love a glow, but 22 highlighters. And I guarantee they are not all completely different from each other. Like, yes, I do have a pink to green shifting highlighter. That's not going anywhere because that's unique and fucking weird, to be honest, and I love it. But how many gold champagne highlighters do I have? I would guess at least 7 or 8. And do I need them all? No. I know there are some that I'm holding on to for like nostalgia purposes, like the Jaclyn Hill and Becca Champagne Pop or the Desi and Katie Dose of Colors Fuego highlighter. But I still use them often. It's just 22 highlighters. Blush. Blush. We are adding blush in so everyone can just calm down. I started out originally with 39 blushes. That was my baseline. I had 39 blushes to start with. Today, I have 26. So I got rid of 13. That is very big for me because blush was my thing in like 2020 and 2021. I just started collecting it. And I admit that I have gotten some, you know what, as I'm talking, I feel like this number might be different. I feel like I need to recount it. Pause. Oh, you guys. I had totally forgotten about some blushes that a couple of brands had sent me. I totally forgot about them and I totally didn't include them. Like, for example, I just got, and I'm counting these with my blush, these adorable little Kaja Jelly Charms. These are blush tints. I got these and Kaleido sent me their beautiful blushes. So, okay, I started out with 39 and now I have 37. I had gotten rid of 13 and now I am only 2 less. I added so many new blushes. Oh my God, do I have to? I don't want to do another blush declutter, but I'm probably gonna have to. Okay, started out at 39, now we're at 37. 37 blushes. I don't need 37 blushes. I don't need 37 blushes. So that's gonna be a declutter soon. Now bronzer, I started out with 8 and now I have 6. So I'm not terribly disappointed in that. I only got rid of 2 and I do use bronzer every single day. So I'm not gonna lie, I have some that I use way more than others, but I still do use them. So I am curious to see where I can go with that. Like, I probably can take out some more. I probably can go down to like 4 bronzers and be cool with that. But yeah, that's where we are. Gel liners. So I started off with 10 and I have 10. Gel liners are one of those things that for some reason I have a very difficult time decluttering, and I have used several of those in my series that I have on my channel called Use It or Lose It, where I am using this stuff that I keep hanging on to declutter after declutter and forcing myself to use it to decide whether or not I really like it still, because if I don't, then it can go. And every single time I've used a gel liner, I'm like, I love these so freaking much. And then I kind of go back to not using them often. They are gonna dry out someday. They have haven't, because I put them on there so damn tight that no air is ever getting in there. But still, they just need to be used more often. They really do. Divine is judging me. Pencil liners. Oh gosh. Okay, I started off at 24 and now I have 29. I went up. I went up in pencil liners, and I don't know why, because I don't use pencil liners every day. I think the reason I have such a hard time getting rid of liners is because I'm like, well, what if one day I have this look that requires a bright yellow liner that shifts to green, but in photos it looks bright purple? I could probably get rid of half my pencil liners right now. I really could if I'm being honest with myself, but where we are right now, we are at 29. Now, liquid liner, I started off at 9, now I'm at 6. So I did get rid of 3, which I'm happy with. I could still get rid of a few more. Now that also includes my stamps, I will have to say. So I have like a sun stamp and a moon, I don't think I have a sun stamp. I have like a moon and a star and something else. Oh, I think it's a little Libra symbol, really cute. I have those, so I counted those with liquid liner. Those, I'll admit, I don't use very often, but I'm really happy to have them in my collection. So they're gonna stay there. Eyeshadow palettes. I got rid of so many palettes in my declutter, okay? I got rid of so many palettes, and let me tell you how happy my friends were to take those off my hands, and I was so happy they took them off my hands, okay? I got rid of so many. Well, I started off with 58, and now I have 52. That's a big lie, because I know I have 2 more since I did this count. I have 54. I have 54. I only got rid of 4 palettes. 4 palettes. 4. I have 54 eyeshadow palettes. 54. I don't know how I feel about that. I think the reason that I'm torn about it is because I know, obviously, I'm not using all 54. Like, that means that every single week of this year, I could use a different eyeshadow palette and still have more left over. Like, that's just crazy to me. I want to use them all. And my drawers, I have to admit, I'm considering a new set of drawers and makeup storage because they do not allow me to see all of my palettes. Like, when I go through and I count them, I'm like, oh my God, I actually kind of forgot that I had this one, and I don't want it to be like that. I feel like if I could see everything, I would be using more of them. So that might be something I do. Let me know if you guys would want to see like a makeup organization type video, because I am thinking of getting some more. Single shadows, this one I am super freaking proud of, okay? I started off with 37 and now I have 11. Yes! I got rid of 26 single shadows. I am so proud of that because so many of those I just wasn't using, and I knew that. And I got rid of the majority of my single shadow collection. I still have, a good amount. And let's just go right into my liquid shadows, okay? I started off with 14. Now I have 12. I didn't get rid of as many as I wanted to, but the fact that my single shadow and liquid shadow drawer, which I have them in the same drawer, it looks so much more accessible now because I can see everything. Like, that's my whole point with the eyeshadow palettes. I can't freaking see everything. So if I can see it, I'm more likely to use it. So that is something, I think my liquid shadows, I can take that down quite a bit. I could probably have like 5 liquid shadows and be okay with that because I don't use those as often. And when I do, I'm mainly using them as bases. So that's a collection that can probably go down. I'll probably need to just do an eye product declutter in general. Let's talk about eyebrow products and mascara. So eyebrow products, I started off with 8 and now I have 9. But all 9 of those products, I looked at it and I counted it and I double checked it. I use all 9 of them. And that might sound crazy. No, I don't use 9 products in one day. But when I want them to be really speckled, I use one product. When I need to just run out the door, I need another one. When I want to just make them look a little more sculpted, I use a different one. So I do use all 9 of those products. Not all together, but I'm not sad about that. Mascara, I started off with 13 and now I have 3. Ooh, oh, Now, all 3 of those are open and 2 of them I'm kind of meh about. So by my own rules, I should be just getting rid of them, right? But I haven't. My whole concept of if I don't like it, I shouldn't be using it and it's okay to get rid of it is something that I am still learning. Like, I talk about it and it's something I really want to be better at, but I have such a hard time letting go of products that I have put money into because I don't like it. You know, it's one of those things where I don't want it to feel completely wasteful. And especially with something like mascara where you use it once, you can't pass that on to somebody else. So I'm just using it until I die, apparently. Now my glitter collection, I started off with 29 glitters and 6 adhesives. I have that same exact number. And I'm okay with that because those are sort of specialty items that I will admit I do not use every day. I did use glitter today and I'm feeling pretty damn good about it when I use it. I still love glitter. I love it so much. I mean, hell, it inspired my channel name. That's how much I love glitter. So I'm not going to get rid of any more of those right now, but I'm not too mad that I didn't add more glitter into the collection. Are you ready for lipstick? Are you ready for lipstick? Okay, I started off with 147 lipsticks. This includes bullets and liquid lipstick. This does not include gloss. Okay, I started off with 147 and now I have just 47. I got rid of 100 lipsticks, like an even flat 100 lipsticks. I am so damn proud of myself on that. I really am, because first of all, they were all still good for the most part. There were a bunch I had to throw away, but for the most part, they were still good. And I was able to give them to friends who gladly swept them up. I have friends who have credited me with plumping up their makeup collection. It makes me seriously so happy to be able to pass that stuff on. And I have such a nice, neat lipstick collection now where I can see it all, and it just makes me so happy. For glosses, I started off with 32 and now I have 27. So I did not get rid of a ton of glosses. I only got rid of 5, but that's not too bad. Well, considering I have almost double the amount of lipsticks that I do glosses, and I definitely don't wear gloss every day. How do I feel about that? Right now I'm fine with it. But when I think about that, so what do I have? 64 lip products, not including pencils? Do I need 64 lip products? No, I don't. I could probably get rid of a bunch more, huh? And as far as lip pencils, I started off at 29 and now I have 26. So I got rid of 3. I'm actually okay with the number of lip pencils because I do wear lip pencil every single day. Sometimes I don't even wear lipstick. I just wear the pencil if it's something I want to really last. So I'm okay with that. But let's talk about a biggie, okay? We're gonna go into a big one, and that's makeup brushes. So this is one that I didn't include in my last inventory, but I feel like this needs to be included because this is a big deal for me. So something I talked about in my makeup brush declutter video is that, by the way, all of my declutters are gonna be linked in the description box down below, all of my recent declutters. But something I talked about there was the fact that makeup brushes are very, 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 very hard for me to get rid of because makeup brushes, when I first started getting into makeup, there were no inexpensive makeup brushes. So if I wanted a makeup brush, I had to save up for it. And it was this big deal when I could purchase one makeup brush. Like I remember spending an obscene amount of money on a MAC Kabuki brush that I want to say was like $60 for one brush. And I saved so much and I was so proud of that brush that I think I even cried when I first bought it, okay? So I have a hard time just letting go of brushes, even though I do think that there are so many inexpensive brush brands on the market now. Like, you know, I love Moda brushes and just those kind of brushes make me so happy. Brushes make me so happy. So I started off in July, okay, or right before I did my brush declutter. I started off with 191 brushes, okay? I started off at 191 and I got rid of 73 brushes at that time, and that brought it to 118. I got rid of 73 brushes, okay? It brought it to 118, but I have added brushes back in since then. So my current brush count stands at 141 brushes, which means I have added 23 brushes since I did my declutter. Now, I'm gonna be fair and honest with you guys and let you know that all of those brushes were sent to me in PR, and I freaking love all of them. Now, does this mean I don't need to do another brush declutter? No, I need to do another brush declutter. It would be very difficult for me though, because those 118 that I saved were ones that I saved because I love them so much. And these new brushes that I've gotten are so amazing and I love them so, so, so much. Like, I'll be honest, I even have brushes I haven't even opened yet. I did not count them because likely I'm gonna give a bunch of those away in future giveaways. But I don't know, brushes I still have such a hard time getting rid of, but I feel like it needs to come. Oh God, why is that so difficult? Tell me down below, what is the thing that's hardest for you to declutter? Because like one of my friends, she has a big problem getting rid of mascara. She has so many mascaras because she loves them all for different reasons, like whether it's wispy lashes or thick lashes. She has a ton and she has such a hard time getting rid of those. So what is your item that you have such a hard time getting rid of? Now, disclaimer, I made the same disclaimer in my last video. The things that I didn't include in this number were things that I have in very small numbers, like eyelashes, lash glue, glitter liners, shadow sticks, and contour palettes. Because like I've got one contour palette, I have lash glue, I have one lash glue, things like that. So I didn't include those in these numbers. My original count in the last video I did, I said that I originally had 536 pieces of makeup, but that's not true because I did not include brushes in that. So in my very first inventory, I had 654 pieces of makeup, 654. That's what I started with in July of 2022. Today, I have 490 pieces of makeup. So that is 164 pieces less than I had in July. So considering that that is only about 7 months, the fact that I got rid of 164 pieces, I need to focus on that and be more proud of myself for getting rid of 164 pieces of makeup, because my brain immediately goes to, oh my God, I have almost 500 pieces of makeup in my collection. And I'm sure that somewhere in my collection over here hiding are pieces that I didn't even include in this number, pieces I forgot about that maybe you're hiding in the back of a drawer or something like that. But 164 pieces of makeup or brushes or anything like that I got rid of. That's pretty damn good, right? I'm gonna say that's pretty good. I'm gonna say that's pretty good, and I'm going to pat myself on the back for that one. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I am going to be catching you up on these numbers after I do another big declutter series. Maybe I'll do this again in July or August just so we can really catch up and look at these numbers and see where I am, because I really love doing a good declutter now. It makes me super happy to see that makeup going to good, happy homes where they're going to be used and loved and dressed up and called names and just appreciated for who they are. If you liked this video, I would love if you'd give it a thumbs up. That really, really helps out my channel. Things like that, commenting, sharing, please know how much that helps your favorite YouTubers. You all can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Those are all GlitterFallout. And as always and forever, you are super freaking rock stars, and I love you so much with my whole heart. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.